One, we will be working with rendering. Conditional rendering is uh, the process of showing is the process of rendering certain elements subject to certain conditions being satisfied. Sounds like a lot of jargon. It all down to this of state of application before the application was at the end of the previous view, working from this state in order to demonstrate conditional. Let's go. Why is my mouse acting up? Okay, that's it. In the previous video, we had this button whose color changed. Uh, click handler, button click handler, and that changed such background button was toggled between red and green. Let's change this particular state, uh, change this particular property, and instead of saying button background, we're going to say is button is is button green, and this will be a Boolean value, right? So we're going to say false, right? Now I have right have a background color. Oh, this is really acting up my mouse. Sorry about that. Color of red. The one above will have a of uh, green. We'll use it. Not green, green. Or do you we'll call this the green button this time around, and we'll call the one below uh, red button. That's still so far so good. And I don't want this to be false. I'm going to call this not this state dot is. This essentially uh, green between true and false. Will start with the default of true is button green, and this will be true. True. There you go. And at this point, there should be nothing interesting in the application. There should be two buttons, red button, green button. Clicking either one changes nothing. If we go, should we go to our extensions? Nah, I'm not big on that at this point. Okay, but is there something we can do with this? Yes, we can. Let's say we only want to show one button at a time, right? What we can do is use curly braces. Everything inside curly braces is evaluated like plain old JavaScript instead of being evaluated like JSX. So inside these curly braces, I'm going to ask the question, this dot state dot is button green, question mark. And I'm asking if that's really green. If it is, I'm going to show this guy. Else, I'm going to show the red button. Like so. And let's see how this is in practice. Refresh. Something's off. No way, this isn't it. Save, come on. Refresh. What's going on? Unexpected token. Green button followed by that. Oh, there are more lines after the colon. Control V, save, auto save is on. Refresh. Ah, there you go. Now we see that there's the green button there, and it's currently being shown because is button green is set to a default value of true. But when I click it, the value changes to false, and when that evaluates to false, you get the red button. And that is really the essence of conditional rendering. Conditional rendering is where certain elements, like so, are shown subject to certain conditions, like so being evaluated to true. Are there alternative ways of expressing the same? Yes, there are, and we're going to evaluate them now. Uh, Remember that every JavaScript expression has, by default, a truthy value. So this whole chunk button is a JavaScript expression, and that has a truthy value. So you can do something like this, where it checks that this particular thing is true, and if it's true, this particular thing is rendered, right? Similarly, we want this to be rendered if it's not true. Oops. Save. Let's try. Oh, my mouse. There you go. So that's the second way to do conditional rendering. What else do we have to know about conditional rendering? We have to know that conditional rendering can also be used for strings. So I can do something like this. This state button green question mark. If it is green, I'm going to say the button is currently being rendered. The red one instead of the green one is currently being rendered. Uh, we write this inside some tag. Let's put this inside an edge one for emphasis, right? Okay, refresh. It says the green button is currently being rendered. Okay, the red one instead of the green one is being rendered. And that really is pretty much all you have to know about conditional rendering. Okay, see you all in the next video.